Okay, everybody, so follow the steps today and you will be able to find the radius when given the volume. We can do this, we can do it, I promise. The volume of a cylinder is this. The height is this. What is the radius? What is the first thing you're supposed to do? Write the formula. Here's the formula. Make it nice and big so you have spaces to put all of your stuff underneath each thing. See how I made it nice and big so that I have room to put pi under this? If I know the radius, I'll put it under this. If I know the height, I'll put it under this. If I know the volume, I'll put it under this. So now we're going to go back and see which of these three things or four things we actually have numbers for. We go back to the problem. It says that the volume is. Well, if it says the volume is this, we're going to plug that in for volume. Plug and chug, right? Find the numbers you have, plug them in. Okay, let's go back to our thing and see which our problem and see which other numbers we have. The volume is this. The height is this. Oh, h is height. Whoops. So I know I have the height. So I'll highlight the height and what the height is. Now I'll plug that in for height. Height is 12. I'll put that under the h. So if you're not sure what to do, go back and read your problem like 500 times. Volume is, oh, I plugged that in for v. Height is, oh, that's h. Height has an h. Volume has a v. Can I plug in any other numbers? Well, let's see. I know these are all multiplication. It says, what is the radius? So I don't have that. So I'm just going to leave the r, right? There's an r in radius, so that's this right here. I don't know it. That's what we're going to actually try and solve for. And I know what pi is, but it's not in here. It doesn't say anything about pi in my problem. The volume of a cylinder is this. The height is this. What is the radius? I know pi is 3.14. Okay, so I plugged in. Now I'm going to chug. I plugged in each of the numbers that I know. So I have this equals 3.14 times the radius squared times 12. I only have one number over here, so I can't do anything with it. But over here I have some stuff I can do. I can multiply 3.14 times 12. Okay, so let's do that on my calculator. I can use the pi button for 3.14 times 12. And I get 37.7. So this plus times that equals 37.7, and I have to bring down my radius squared because I didn't do anything with it. And I recopy everything else in my formula. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure after you solve something, like I solved 3.14 times 12, I look back and I say, oh, I didn't do anything with this radius squared. I need to bring that down. I didn't do anything with this. I need to bring that down. Now I have to isolate r or solve for r. I want to get r by itself. This says 37.7 times r. I'm going to do the opposite. I am going to divide both sides by r. By this, 37.7. Sorry for that little interruption. Okay, so when I divide this by this, I get 1, so I just have r squared left. And when I divide 1357.2, a lot of you forget your decimal points. Don't forget your decimal points. I get 1357.2 divided by 37.7. I get 36. So r squared equals 36. But do I want to know just what r squared is? No, I want to know what the radius is. How do we solve for an r squared? We take the square root of the other side. And if I take the square root of 36, I get 6.